we've been working really hard on questioning as we read. And we know that if we're more engaged when we read, we understand better. And we know that our minds just naturally ask questions. So one of the things that we worked on the other day was conversation prompts, because we started a book club, and the conversation prompts were to help us talk about what we're reading. Okay? Well, today, we're going to deepen our understanding by using one question to spur another question or conversation. So one of the things I noticed the other day when we were in our club is people would start to talk and then we'd kind of run out of things to say. Well, one of the things that really helps is if someone has a question and if you don't have the answer to the question, there are things that you could say that would help them think deeper about it and maybe keep the conversation moving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass these, and I want you to quietly look at them, and we're going to try this as a group. Take one, pass them back, and just put piles at the back. As soon as you get one, I want you to read through it quietly until everyone gets one, and then we're going to talk about them. Okay, just follow along now. It says, responding to questions. Every wonder deserves a response. These are prompts that students can say when another student poses a question. So we are deepening our understanding by using one question to spur other questions or conversations. So when someone asks a question, you could say, why do you want to know that? Or you could say, what happened in the text that led you to that question? Or do you think that question will be answered in the text? How is that question important to the story? Do you have any background knowledge that will help you answer it? And you could even say something like, I hadn't considered that before. That makes me wonder. So I want you to look at these. I'm going to ask a question about Rescue Josh McGuire, and I want you guys to go ahead and use some of these to try and keep the conversation going. So my question is, I wonder if Otis will actually call Sam.
Do you have any background knowledge that will help you answer it?
Well, I know if I'm uncomfortable talking to someone, I don't really want to call them. And I know that the two of them don't get along. So I'm thinking that Otis might not feel comfortable calling Sam.
I hadn't considered that before. That makes me wonder.
Wonder what?
That makes me wonder if Sam's going to get in trouble.
Okay, so it's making you wonder. All right.
Why do you want to know that?
Well, because Josh called him because he was scared to call his dad. So I want to know if he's actually going to call Sam.
Do you think will be answered in the text?
I think the question probably will be answered in a text. Riley?
How is that question important to the story?
Well, if he doesn't call Sam, then Libby and Sam will not know that Josh is safe. Okay, so see how that worked?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try that now with questions that you have so far about Sign of the Beaver. And Lauren, I'm going to have you guys get in, I'm going to have you join another group because Mallory wasn't here for the first chapter. So thinking about back on Sign of the Beaver, I want you thinking about questions that you have. We're going to ask the question and then we're going to try that again with Sign of the Beaver. Does anyone have a question about Sign of the Beaver?
What if you already read it?
Okay, you know the answer to that was don't ruin it for everyone else. Okay? So you could help push our thinking, but you don't answer the questions if you know the answer, if it's something that we need to read on to find out. Okay? Any questions about Sign of the Beaver?
I wonder, just looking at the cover, I'm wondering if he, like, an Indian takes him down to the river.
Okay.
I'm wondering if he wanders off to go look for beaver, and he sees an Indian boy, and the Indian boy helps him find the beaver.
I'm wondering if, because where we left off, he kept on shooting.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if he goes off into the woods and he gets himself lost and he runs out of gunpowder.
All right, are any of you using these to keep the conversation? We have lots of wonderings though, so maybe we don't even need these because you guys are talking about lots of things you're thinking about. Katie?
And what Riley said, like, I hadn't considered that before, and maybe that makes me wonder that, like, what if, he, tries to go find his mom and dad, but then he gets lost.
Okay, so she said, if you didn't hear her, when Riley said that about maybe he's going to get lost and then he's going to run into a Native American boy that's going to help him get back, Katie said, well, she hadn't considered that before. And she's wondering if he's going to go looking for his parents and get lost.
I wonder if when his dad gets home, he's gonna get mad
About,
for what he's done.
okay, shooting the gun,
Mm-hmm.
wasting gunpowder.
With Jaden's, what happened in the text that led you to that question?
Because it says that Sam's gonna be gone for a while, and when he comes back, I'm wondering because he kept on shooting his gun.
Oh, so he was wasting the gunpowder. Okay, so see how when Jaden asked a question, Riley had another question.
Riley?
Sorry, Riley. Sorry, Thatch. Thatch had another question that made Jaden think a little bit deeper about why he asked that. So these are ways that we can use one question to spur other questions or conversations during our book club. So today, during book club, we're going to keep these with us, and as we're talking, if we need to, we can use these to help us keep our talking going. Okay? All right. Off you go. We're going to quickly and quietly get ready.